Okay guys, we're going to give this a shot today. Even though I'm not there with you, we're going to try something a little bit new. I think it's something you're really going to enjoy. My computer's going to look just a little bit different from yours because I'm using my MacBook and you'll be using your PC, but the program should work pretty much identically. So what we're going to do is you're going to look on your screen for the little icon that looks like the cat's head. And says Scratch underneath it, and that's the program we're going to be working with. Once you found that, go ahead and open it up, and you're going to see a box similar to mine. Okay, I'm going to stretch mine out so it's going to be a little bit larger than yours, but hopefully you'll still be able to see what I'm doing and compare it to yours. Scratch has several different areas, and I'm going to kind of go over each of those areas with you. The first area over here is your stage area, okay, and this is where the action happens for your program. So once we set up our program and tell it what to do, this is where we're going to test it and see what it's going to look like, okay? So this is your stage area, just like a stage in a play. This area down here is kind of your backstage area, and you want to make sure there's two things you can select from. One is the stage here, and one is the sprite. The sprite's our character, and so we want to make sure he's the one that has the box around it. If you accidentally click on the stage and put the box around it, then all of a sudden our things over here to the left change. So make sure that you've got the sprite on, because if you don't, in a few minutes you might not have any actions for him to do, because the stage doesn't have much action. It just kind of sits there. We can make it look different, but we can't make it go anywhere. Okay? So make sure your sprite's the one that's selected. Now there's lots of different sprites to choose from. You can even draw your own sprites. You can change their costumes. But for today, we're going to stick with our little cat guy, and he's the sprite we're going to use. So don't start messing with that. We'll get to that later, I promise. Okay, this area over here to the left is our it's basically our toolbox, and we have 8 different types of tools that we can choose from, and they each do a different job. The one that we're going to start out with is this blue one here, the motion toolbox, and all of your motion tools should be that blue color that matches up here. We also have looks, sound, pin, control, sensing, operators, and variables. And some of those we won't get to today, but we're going to use the motion, the control, and also the pin for sure. We may get to some of the sound and looks also. Okay. Now this area is kind of like our work table. This is where we're going to start piecing our pieces together for our program. Okay, so basically Scratch will let you create your own video games. It will let you create your own movies. You can do all kinds of things with it. You just have to understand the thinking process of the program. So it's important as we're working through this to think about, okay, what needs to happen first? What needs to happen second? Do I want the same thing to happen more than once? If I do, there's shortcuts that we can do. We want our programs to be as short as possible, as simple as possible, so we really need to give a lot of thought to it. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. So I'm going to break this video into small pieces so that if you need to go back and watch a section again, you won't have to look through the whole thing. So I'm going to stop this piece right here, and when I come back, we're going to the next video we're going to start the actual program for today.